So in this video we'll be looking at how to put a blue sky on front externals. So start by dragging your image into Photoshop and go to presets that we set up in an earlier video. And sort the verticals. So when you press that button, that should align all your verticals. They should all be straight, and then you've got the manual option here. Tend to reduce it a little bit so it all points upwards. And then I'm warming the picture, so if you raise it, turn it a little bit more yellow, it's more likely to look more natural once you put the blue sky on. Then upping vibrance and just pulling the shadows a little bit. And then open up your image. So then drag the blue sky into the picture. Again, set your presets. I also tend to up highlights a little bit. Makes it look a little more natural once you have it behind your front image. And then just resize. So now you need obviously the front external as your top layer, and then create a mask. Then go to the magic wand tool to select the background. You want it contiguous, you want that turned off, and you want a tolerance of around 30. See, now we're in a situation where we've got a lot of the house selected, so you need to go to the polygon or lasso tool, and then we're going to go to minus selection and then deselect all the house that's been selected, which means you only have the cloudy sky as your choice. Obviously, the more you do this, the quicker you're going to get at it, but you just need a fairly close selection, not to be exact around the outline, but to be fairly close, just to make sure you've got all the house has been selected in the deselection tool, like that. So now we only have the sky selected in this situation. So just setting up the brush, so now you want to go to paintbrush, and you want it on an opacity of about 30%, and then just paint through. Essentially we'll do this a few times, so we want it to be, you want to paint the top half of the image more than you paint the bottom half. This partly because it looks more natural, and partly because if you have things like trees at the bottom, they tend to have a white outline where the selection's been made. So if you paint them less, it's going to show up a lot less as well. Okay, and there we have our basic selection. And then I go to camera raw, any kind of small adjustments that I want to make. So I might again pull the shadows a little bit more, make it a little more yellow, give it that slightly more realistic look. And then just crop it in a bit. I mean, the good thing about having it in this layer selection is you do get to make the choices, so you can edit the house and then you can edit the blue sky separately. Once you flatten it, obviously you have to do it in one image. So here I'm just moving it so the cloud actually goes behind the tree a little bit more. Again, with the selection, when you have white lines, it's good to have clouds there, just to put behind, and then it doesn't show up. Okay, so that's the basic image, so I flatten that. And then I might decide to open it up in the raw converter again, just to make some overall adjustments. So make it a little bit more yellow, add a little bit more vibrance to everything, both layers that we had before, and then go to the colour section and just up saturation of the blues, and sometimes drop the luminance a little bit, just to make that blue a little more punchy, and that's it. So that's our final image.